today. Mr. Abel Green. I got my boy Insta Specs.
Hey guys.
Insta Specs is a SOCOM content creator. Abel Green. I mean, do I really need to introduce him? FPS, TPS, anything you
Let's
got that's
go.
SOCOM related, my boy's gonna cover it. And so yeah, we're just gonna talk about a few topics today. We got SOCOM, Peak 53, and Zero Ops. I'm not sure if you guys heard about Zero Ops, a mobile game. Not sure if everyone's gonna like it, but to be honest, I think this could be huge, huge for our community. Like I think it's just once you say free shooter, free game, so many people are gonna pick it up. I think this is probably
That's
gonna be bigger
facts.
than Peak 53, if I'm being honest. If I'm just being straight out the gate, I think this will do a lot more for our community than Peak 53. But Peak 53
Mm.
still a good game. It just has that $30 price tag, so not a lot of people are going to jump into it as much as I think Zero Ops would. So I seen you at Abel. I seen those eyes go at that $30 price
Yeah,
tag. What
yeah,
do you think
yeah,
about that?
yeah. You were feeling me. I was listening to that. Wait, 30. I didn't know that it was gonna have a price tag with that. That's actually interesting. Peak
Hmm.
53, last time I played it, it's definitely was rough for me personally. Um I love the passion. I I love people that are passionate about like our type of shooters, like SOCOM type stuff. Like I love third person shoot. I love good. First of all, I love good games.
Yeah.
But in particularly like SOCOM titles that are tactical and stuff. That has a special place in my heart forever. But I played Peak 53. Wasn't really that impressed. $30 price tag. I think that's the wrong move. But we'll see what happens when it drops. Like when is it supposed to drop?
So that's a good question. I'm on the admin team, and I don't really
Okay.
hear much. Even like
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
don't hear much. They're very secretive in that note. But I want to say late this year, maybe early next year. If it was up
Okay.
to 4, he would probably have it on Steam right away. But I told him, hey man, like those negative reviews are hard to get over. Like if you go on Steam too early, sometimes that's a game killer.
Oh
No one's
yeah,
gonna buy a
facts
game
all the
yet.
way, all the way, bro. Yes, sir.
So Instaspecs, have you tried out Peak 53 yet, or?
I have it downloaded on my PC, but I remember the first night I downloaded it, I was having an issue with getting the controller set up, and then I just kind of forgot about it for a little while. But I
Yeah.
watched a stream one night for a few hours, and it looked like a good game though.
Yeah, I mean, it plays solid. It plays solid. So now that you guys have seen the gameplay, so to speak, what do you think the price tag should be for a game like this? Obviously the game can update, and maybe it'll get to that $30 price point, but I think we can all can agree at the moment it's not right there.
Yeah, no.
So where would you put the game?
I would
Uh,
put it for me personally. I would put it at 10. Like if you're gonna put anything out, like or whatever. Now I'm not even trying to be insulting or anything,
no,
but
no, no. This
I'm
is
like,
this is all trying to help. Yeah,
yeah,
hundred
yeah,
percent.
yeah, 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 yeah. If it was me, at that point of where we're at, I would say 10, 10 at most. And if somebody wants to have a supporter type of tier or something, fine, good. They could don't. I mean, purchase at a higher tier if they care to. But yeah, I just don't think it would warrant a $30 price tag at the current moment. It just from what I have played personally, it's just not something that I feel would meet that price point and people be actually pleased by it. Again, I love the effort that's going into the title. I need to replay it again. But yeah, at a $30 price tag, you better cross your T's and dot your I's because I mean, people are gonna come for you if anything's wrong, anything they feel wrong, bro. It's gonna get
I know, I
scrutinized.
know. I definitely like. That's why I like getting honest opinions about this because I feel like I have these rose-colored glasses on whenever I'm looking at a game like this. All I see is the maps and the yellow crosshair, and
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
you
yes
hear the
sir. I
frag
get you.
out and like
I
you
get
hear
you.
the music and so it's hard for me to look at things and really critique them. But like you see
I
here, the map
appreciate
the
you
map
said
is
that though,
beautiful.
John. I appreciate you said that because a lot of people like that are passionate about these types of projects that I see beyond what I'm seeing and really get down and dirty like in the details of like even the business model. I appreciate that you're very honest and like, hey, I get excited over these type of titles. I put on rose colored glasses towards these experiences, and I appreciate that honesty. And I'm just happy you said that. I think that was really dope that you like actually
I
expressed
got
that.
you, bro. I know my fault, man. Whenever I look at this, I'm like,
No, I
I
appreciate that,
can be
man. That's real.
judgmental,
That's
but it's
real.
like, I don't want to put it in the dirt just yet,
Yeah, I get you. I totally respect that. Totally respect that. I like that honesty.
I feel
So,
like when it I feel like when it comes to these kind of games, I enjoy watching them, but I always have trouble playing them. Like I enjoyed watching Task Force, I enjoyed watching Peak 53, but I just have trouble playing them because I have so many different games on PS5, PC. Like it's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. I don't know if this is too harsh to say, but I feel like Peak 53 is one of those games where sometimes it's funner watching somebody play than it is actually playing. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, I feel like it's nostalgic for some people, but some people probably don't like using mouse and keyboard. You know what I mean? Most SOCOMers
That's
don't.
true. That's
So it's
fair
something
enough.
that's like you
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
have a lot more fun watching a streamer play versus you actually playing and you just getting wrecked by somebody, you know.
I'll say this for the record: the closest to the SOCOM DNA that we ever had in anybody doing an attempt at a SOCOM remake was actually Task Force.
Oh,
And
I
no,
know.
and I'll be honest to God,
It hurts to
if
say, right?
yeah, yeah, it does. It does hurt. No, it seriously hurts to say. And if anybody was stepping up to bat and they needed a game to reference, closest it would be Task Force, respectively. Um, and
I agree with you. I agree with you.
yeah, yeah, no, I appreciate that, John. But yeah, like anybody that's like any dev that's like looking and it's like, what do these people want? Task Force was it, just minus the drama and the bull crap and all that extra shit. That would have been the go to.
The thing I loved about Task Force versus Peak 53, you can tell Task Force the physics were on point. You know, you shoot somebody in the hip, they're dropping like a sack of potatoes.
Yes,
Versus Peak
yes.
53, you know, they have that generic where you get shot, oh, you just fall over, you know, like you
You
don't feel
jump
the
cut to
impact of
death.
your bullets, you know. Yeah, exactly.
You just
Exactly.
jump.
It's
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
that's the
like
thing.
Task Force was r- like real respect to the devs or whatever. Like honestly, like when you shoot, it felt good. When you died, the ragdoll animation of you fall, like everything culminated to a good gaming experience. Now everything else around it, the maps, those could have changed because I know like their OG content wasn't really hitting. Like they had to use the SOCOM assets and stuff like that, respectively, and it worked. It worked. But looking at what the game is overall, Task Force did a great job with the gameplay. Again, if there was a SOCOM title to mark and say they almost got it, Task Force is that game. 110%. 110%.
I agree, brother. I agree. It's funny if you kind of like take these both these development companies and you if you merge them, they'd be perfect because you got on one hand you got Peak 53, which is active development. Granted, not the best PR right now, you know, after
Okay,
Big
yeah,
Fry's
yeah.
video and all
Yes,
that, but you
sir.
know, decent PR, not as bad as Task Force was. And so if you
Fair
mix
enough.
Task Force physics with you know Peak 53's development, which this guy Ford, the lead developer, he's a beast at making maps, bro. I could say, hey, I want Fishhook. Next week he made Fishhook in Unreal development. I'm like, this guy's crazy, bro. Like he's
That's
insane that
awesome.
wise.
That's
That's
awesome.
wild.
That's where what I love about Peak 53. You know, he's so active and he's very quick with suggestions and what do you want implemented in the game versus Redline. He was like, okay, here's my game. Eat it if you
Mysterious.
want. If you don't want to, whatever. That's
Yeah,
really it, you know?
exactly, exactly, exactly. Like and it's so unfortunate because I think Peak 53, I think the heart is there, like the intentions are good, but the way things feel and everything, if I'm just gonna be all the way real from what I played, it just didn't feel right far as the gameplay. And again, the community welcomed me with open arms, very nice people. Nice, I love the vibes, but the gameplay itself, I'll be lying if I'm like, this is it. Like, I'll be lying to myself. I can't do that. Like,
And here's also another thing. Task Force, I don't think ever did like a Kickstarter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they ever do something like that? I don't remember Task
no,
Force
I
ever
don't know.
asking.
Task Force didn't do a Kickstarter, but we did a lot of fundraising things. Myself, Fry, other streamers as well. To the extent that they got 12K out of the community. 12K.
Okay, okay. So
I don't
that's
know.
kind of the equivalent of what Peak 53 had because they actually
Oh,
just
okay,
had
okay.
I think they're close to 15,000 on Kickstarter total and they're about to start another campaign asking for more money. And it's actually this here's another curious thing. So during the campaign, they were at like 3,000, and on Kickstarter you have to meet your full requirement to get paid out.
Okay.
So they were asking for 10. They reached to like 3K, and then out of nowhere they had somebody donate $7,000 to the game. But it's an anonymous donation, and they won't confirm who donated. So now that's another question. Now there's a whale investor in the game. Does this guy have say, or does this he or she have say in the game? Like, it's also another thing where it's, I don't know what's happening behind the
So
works, you know?
I'm gonna get a little evil here and just think of what I had. So this could be the developer has a credit limit of 10K and is like, let's get out the 3. Let me put in the 8. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? That's simple
yeah, to
math.
make sure that you get it full.
Right. No, but I'm saying like it could be the devs. Like it could have been somebody from the dev team that's like, oh, I got it. Like we need
Because
a
if-
3K out.
Because if you don't put in that 7, then you don't get the 3.
Right, exactly. So they fronted the 7, pay back the 7 to the credit card, and keep the 2,500 or whatever after they take the fees. Like
It could be.
it could be. I don't. But again, if that's not the case, guys, I'm just saying.
I mean, no. Theories.
Or it could be a genuine whale investor. It could be.
Yeah.
Look how many people donated towards H Hour. Bro, I was impressed.
270K.
Bro, what the?
Was it really that much?
Yeah, it was.
Well, it was around like 250, but I'd say
it was over
270,
$100 grand for sure.
Yeah.
Over 100.
Oh wow.
So I was impressed by that. I was like, so like it could be the same thing for Peak 53. There could be somebody that's like, hey, there's potential out here. But the thing is this, I've been around long enough. You've been around long enough. I believe you too, Insta, as well. Like we seen these titles such as this come and go. I always want to champion these games and just hope for the best, like because that's just how I am. I'm just a positive guy like that. I like to see people win. I like to see game developer win, and number one, I like to see a good game out to the world. But I wish these guys the best. I don't know if I believe in their approach that they're doing, but I mean, to each their own. You have to write your own story, So hopefully things come together for these folks, and we get a good title out of it. Hopefully.
So Insta, I haven't heard your opinion. Have you ever played Task Force?
I did buy it quite a while back, and I've played it once, but nobody really played it at that point. So I played it in a match by myself just to like test it out, see how it went.
Yeah.
But,
so what was your opinion on it? Do you think that's better than Peak 53 at the moment?
So I'm not exactly sure what Peak 53 looks like at the moment. I've only really seen it when you and Dak were giving out stream keys and all that, or not stream keys, whatever. Stream keys. But the only thing I didn't really like on Task Force was the jumping mechanic. At least from watching it was. I feel like I don't know. It kind of felt like Halo jumping almost.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I don't know. I like the reload animation, even though it's a little bit quicker than like SOCOM and stuff. I like that, but the jumping was just not for me.
No, I get what you're saying, because whenever I watch people play, I'm not sure if you ever watch World of Warcraft characters. You know how you're just jumping randomly when you're going to like a quest? You hit the spacebar for some reason. You're bored. You're like, all right, spacebar.
Yeah.
You kind of see that in Peak 53. People are just running around, jumping everywhere, and I see that little World of Warcraft feeling in it. And I'd like them to simmer it down a little bit. I don't know how they would implement that, but or how they would deter people from jumping, but
that's pretty easy. Like when it comes to like jumping, all they got to do is just turn down the gravity pull to the character, to the third person controller. So then in essence, in theory, it should make things it should make the character more weighted, more heavy, more so like when they jump, they can't do the bunny hop. It's going to be like almost a reality jump. Like it's like, okay,
more methodical.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. But Insta's definitely right though, because people could take advantage of the jump, like doing a Halo jump and keeping the sound quiet, but he's jumping and it's like, I can't hear this guy, but he's coming to you.
That's exactly why people do it, bro. That's exactly why people do it.
Right. It's such an advantage. I love it. Like, see, it's little quirks like that. Me personally, I didn't mind that because it added kind of to the strategy. Because if you know, you'd be like, wait. Oh, he's jumping. He's right here. Like, so I get it. But I totally see what Insta's saying too. If you want to keep it a man's game and keep it more realistic, you would definitely go that route of like not having people do the bunny jumping. I totally get that.
But I'm also going from I haven't played it, so I'm
Yeah,
just
the
going
true,
off of what
true.
I've
Fair
seen.
enough.
So
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into the SOCOM topic. I think we kind of skipped one. We went straight to P53, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll jump back into the SOCOM topic. So, Insta, I have to ask you a couple questions. I've never had you on the show before, so feel free to answer if you want. So, what is your favorite SOCOM game out of the series? I already know my boy Abel Green, but what's
uh,
yours?
easy, dude. SOCOM 2.
Okay, a man of after my own heart.
Let's go! Yes! Yo, so
That's
comp
awesome.
too. Let's go.
So, Abel, feel free to answer the next one because this might have changed since the last time we talked. You might have thought of something different. But what is your most memorable moment or experience while playing the SOCOM series? So, what's that moment that, like, when you hear SOCOM, you go back to this time set, this day, this night, whatever it is?
Um, I'm all right. So there's so many memories of SOCOM, so many I have. I'm gonna go to a period of time where I had a clan called NCAS. It was called New Century Assassins. That roster of people that I had in that clan were some not only some amazing folks at the time in IRL, just good people overall that actually could play the game very well at a high level. So that period that we were running New Century Assassins or Assassins, um, that was amazing to me. Just to get to know and learn from people that were better than me at the game and different things of that nature. Just some great times. A lot of great relationships built over that game, and just man, so many memories for SOCOM. Like first logging into SOCOM was amazing to me. I had never been on a online game on a console before, so that was amazing to me. Just yeah, being my first online experience. Yeah, SOCOM. Too many to list. Like just clan battles, late night, bro. Just drama on there sometimes. Like, oh, you're with this clan. Oh, I'm with this clan. Like, oh man, it really was beautiful for its time, and I appreciate the social aspect that SOCOM brought to game. Oh, John, this clip you're giving me. Oh man. Oh my God. You got me smiling, man. Don't do that. But yeah, the social aspect. People don't understand. SOCOM was very much a social game, just as much as it was a shooter. Like honestly, in the time that we were playing in its peak, this was revolutionary. This was like the first of Facebook, first of MySpace. Like it was very much a social aspect too. Like people really forget about that part of SOCOM where it was like, bro, you talked your shit. You made relationships. It was its
Yeah.
first of its kind, and I always appreciate that. That like it was amazing time.
No, I agree with you, bro. It was all about the community. I feel like that's why
Yes,
not that's why I played it a lot, but that's definitely one of the main reasons. I mean, logging
sure.
on, seeing your clan list, seeing who's exactly
Yeah.
online, having your little bio where you can say, "Oh, where am I at? I'm at your mom's house. That's where I'm at." You
Oh
know?
yeah, that's right. Hell yeah, hell
I'm
yeah, yeah.
upstairs, you know. That's what
Right.
you
Going
know,
up.
little things like that where it's like you could definitely you could revamp it to how it was like your own image, and I like that. You know, you can kind of put your own image out there versus SOCOM confrontation where you could change your whole character and everything like that. But Insta specs, what's your most memorable moment? What do you like? What's the key moment that you go back to when you think of SOCOM?
So when I think of my most memorable moments for SOCOM, I think about kind of like how I got into it. So
Mm.
I was born in '92, so I was in seventh grade at the time. I think when I first got on SOCOM, maybe eighth grade. I'm not entirely sure, but my buddy across the street, Dalton, him and his brother Joey, who was a little bit older than him, used to play SOCOM 1, and then they got SOCOM 2, and I started playing it with them. And man, we would chill down in the basement late at night, playing on like three different old school box TVs and shit. And oh man, it was awesome.
Bro, that
Hey, those
sounds
box
amazing.
TVs were sturdy, right? You could throw a
Oh
controller at it; it
yeah.
would bounce right
Oh
back at you.
bro. Oh bro.
Gotta love it. All right, so we'll move to the next question. So you guys might like this one. So, what elements contribute to the longevity and popularity of the SOCOM series? in your opinion, why do you think the SOCOM Online is still active 20 years later? Like, why are people choosing to play SOCOM versus every other game that's out there right now? Because we know the game market is completely saturated with a bunch of BS. Why is
Yes.
people why are people playing SOCOM 2 online? Because sometimes I'll go on, 60 plus players are online Friday night ready to go. So what do you think that like is the reason for that?
I'll say this: we're forever chasing a ghost. We're forever chasing a ghost. SOCOM 1 and 2 gave us the pinnacle of the SOCOM experience. Period. Period. I don't care what anybody says. The pinnacle. And then after that, we've seen a decline. Yes, combined assault was a decline in all respects. SOCOM 3 decline in all respects to me, my opinion. Um, ever since we had that dopamine hit of SOCOM 1 and 2, we've been chasing ever since and can never get back to it. You would think after all this time that formula wouldn't be that deep or that hard to replicate. But it seems like a lot of people are wearing well, let me watch my words here. A lot of people are slow and can't seem to really get this going here. I don't get it. But yeah, like the style of game that SOCOM is, even to its this very moment, has not been replicated. I mean, even to the extent when we have like a game such as Caliber, you would think like, hey, people like, oh, yo, this is SOCOM, like, no, SOCOM esque. But it's not. It doesn't play like how SOCOM plays. Again, to this day, I haven't played a game that played like SOCOM since Task Force, which is scary. But
Really
that's the
is.
closest thing I ever been to playing a SOCOM title. And again, guys, we're chasing the ghost of SOCOM. Nobody been able to replicate it or get it down correctly.
Nobody will ever admit it, but Call of Duty kind of coattailed off SOCOM's success.
Oh,
Oh, how do you see that, Insta? Like, break that down. Like, give that to
let's
me.
hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, Call of Duty 2, I think, came around probably around the same time that SOCOM 2 did. I think SOCOM 1 had already come out before that. Pretty sure.
Yes. I think, yeah.
And
Yeah.
after SOCOM 2 happened, and then maybe a couple of years into it, people started using codes and everything.
Hmm.
And by that point, Combined Assault's out, and people are playing that. And then people kind of got bored of that, and then they're moving on to like Rainbow Six Vegas, COD 4, and then I think it just kind of built a platform for Call of Duty to just like build off of.
It,
I could kind of see that because people played tactical stuff for so long, they kind of wanted to increase it. They wanted that respawn death kind of thing that you had. Where
yeah, and that's where things went left, in my opinion. Once we
yeah,
once we hit that SOCOM 3 combined assault error, that's where it started getting large maps, sloppy gameplay. It just became just like them chasing the fad of like what's happening. Which in business terms, that's correct. But
yeah.
for user experience, no, we suffered. We
I
suffered.
like how you said
It
that in
wasn't the best.
business terms because it looked really good on paper. I
Oh,
could
on
I could
paper.
feel that.
That's
It's
a
probably
home
like,
run.
oh,
Oh yeah.
SOCOM with tanks and helicopters and all
What could
this
go
other.
wrong? What
Okay,
could go
yeah,
wrong?
perfect.
Yeah,
Let's
Right?
it
just
all made
increase it.
sense.
But it's like, if they just stuck to that SOCOM 2 blueprint, Abel, I agree with you, brother. I
Thank
feel like
you.
CA SOCOM 3 that wasn't
The,
it.
the,
I
the,
did.
the decline, and so, and but check this out though. Everybody, again, guys, I love you. You have your right to your opinion, but you're wrong. But you have your right to your opinion. SOCOM 1 and 2 again was the pinnacle. A lot of people would go up to bat for SOCOM combined assault and SOCOM 3 because they had attachments and all. None of that should impress me. The thing that hooked me in SOCOM was the gameplay, the heart of the gameplay. Like the gameplay
Yeah.
was addicting.
Hmm.
Like the kill loop was addicting. When we went to 3 and combined assault, didn't hit that way. It didn't feel that way. Honestly, it felt sloppy to me. It got fast. It got sloppy. It just, uh,
I don't
I
know
don't
about
know.
you, but I feel like with SOCOM 3 and Combined Assault, with SOCOM 2, I was always checking the leaderboards, always checking my point score, my kills, my deaths, my wins, my everything, and I was always comparing it. With SOCOM 3 and Combined Assault, now that I think about it, I don't think I
Care.
ever checked it. I,
Didn't care.
I
I
just
didn't
hopped
care.
on and I played, and that was it. I was like, okay,
bro,
this is
bro
it,
I didn't care. And,
Yeah.
and from going off of 2, and I don't know if you gentlemen agree here, the closest after 2, but outside of Task Force, The closest was SOCOM Confrontation to a SOCOM esque experience.
I would
That
say
was
like
the closest.
the it wasn't like the closest to SOCOM, but I think it was the closest to a successful video game. Kind of like they had a really rocky start in the beginning.
Okay, John. I think you're okay. No, 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 no. I see what you're saying. I think you're holding. You're right. You're
It
right.
was
If
just
we're
different
talking about
gameplay
the
to me, you
SOCOM
know. It was
we
different.
love, it wasn't that. It wasn't
Yeah.
that. But it was. Yeah, you're right. It was the closest to a SOCOM esque experience.
Yeah, there you
Like,
go.
if,
There you
if
go.
you had to say like that's the closest.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, I'm glad you mentioned Caliber, Abel. So, are there any upcoming releases or rumors about new games that resemble the SOCOM series or offer a similar gameplay experience? So, I know you said Caliber. You know, Caliber's a lot. It's a fun third-person shooter. It is,
Yeah.
but it's nothing really SOCOM like. But on
No.
that level, are there any other games in your spectrum? Insta specs. I'm talking to you too, brother. Like, are there any other games out there you guys
Uh,
are looking at?
to be honest, the only other thing I've seen, and it looked good at first, but then completely changed later, was the Modern Warfare 2 third person, and then they completely changed it after the beta and ruined it. I don't know why they ruined it, but they ruined it.
Bro, you know I know why they did it. I know why, bro. I'm so glad you mentioned
John,
that because
say it, put it on the line, clip this. Go ahead.
I'm telling
Say
you,
it.
bro. They reeled us in with that third person gameplay in the previews before they even dropped the game. They reeled us in, and then once we actually they basically they hooked us. They hooked all the SOCOMers on a line. We bought their game, and then once we bought their game, they were like, "Oh shit." People are liking third person a lot more than we expected. And guess what's going to happen? Guess people saw third person and they thought SOCOM. Everyone was saying, "Oh, SOCOM, SOCOM, SOCOM." And Call of Duty doesn't want you mentioning SOCOM.
Oh, they
Call of
don't.
Duty
Yeah, they
doesn't want
don't
you
like
liking
that.
third
They don't
person.
like
They
that.
don't want you. They don't want you.
like that.
They want you a first person shooter junkie. So what they do? They gave us one half-ass game mode that we can play. That was basically a mixed random game mode. They slowly killed off third person because they don't want you liking
They
it.
don't want it. They don't want that.
They don't. They
variety.
don't. They truly don't want you. The only reason why they added it was to again hook us on for sales. Because every single SOCOMer I know bought it.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and
bro,
and they told
facts.
me, oh,
That's
third person
facts.
is the only reason I bought it, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
same
bro.
here. You know.
And it's funny you said that, John. Like I said that instantly. I said they introduced this, and I enjoyed it, but I was like, how long is it going to be here? I don't feel like this is.
They never
everlasting
wanted you
thing.
to enjoy it. They never wanted you.
Exactly. So they hooked us in with the third person perspective, which was okay. It wasn't perfect, but it was okay. I'm with Insta on that. I did that. That was an aspect of Modern Warfare 2 that I personally enjoyed. But once they start yo-yoing it started missing 1 week, then would come back a week or two. I was like, up, now you're playing games. No,
Yeah.
this is it's gonna go away. And
Because
you know what?
if they
did.
It was like the original Modern Warfare 2 third player, kind of, or third person, kind of.
a little bit, I think it was a
On the
lot
beta,
better.
at least.
I think it was better.
A lot better
Over
because I actually thought the same, and then I looked at old school gameplay, and I was like,
But then again,
this
you could
shit's
switch.
ugly. Like,
You could switch between the two, the first person and third person. That was kind of cool on the beta or whatever.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a lot of fun, but like I said, bro, they never wanted you to like it, and if they really did, they would have gave us the option to play Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch,
Oh, bro, they would have
Hardcore
doubled down on
TDM.
it. Oh yeah,
They- Just give. I mean, they already have the playlists. Just unlock it. Just give us to
bro,
it. But no,
with
no.
With,
you
with
know,
that data, they might effort. Well, this is a stretch, but with the data they collect, they'd be like, "Yo, there's an audience for this. Let's make a game around this experience. These guys love this."
I'm
And
sure
I,
they're
bro,
not-
I would be totally in. But Call of Duty doing that, I don't know if they'll ever do anything like that because that sounds like a gamble.
No.
That sounds like them investing.
because
into
then people would be wanting third-person shooters, and
And
guess
then
what?
SOCOM
Guess what they're
comes
going to
out.
talk about? Yeah, they're going to be like, "Oh, that's SOCOM, baby!" Like, you know, it's
That's true. It's
Call
kind of
it-
like an alley oop to another. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah,
Call of
if-
Duty is
if-
afraid
yeah.
to do it because if they do it, then SOCOM's going to try and come back with a remaster.
Exactly,
and
and
then
actually
they're
do
like,
it,
"Oh
yeah.
shit, why did we let them do this?" Pretty
yeah,
much.
like why do we give people third person? Like we were, it's a smart business decision.
Yeah, it
Schemy,
is.
it's
It is.
BS,
Oh,
but you know
100%.
it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Definitely.
It's terrible, dude. But let me see. I kind of lost my place over here.
No, it's all good.
All right, so I think we're on this. Regarding the reasons behind the SOCOM series being shut down and the lack of follow-up titles, what do you believe those reasons are? Besides the obvious fact that Zipper Interactive is no longer, like, what do you truly believe the reason is that SOCOM hasn't came back yet, that we don't have a SOCOM remastered or a SOCOM 5? Do you think that it's political? Do you think that it's simply they just haven't had the effort to try to get this revival back, or what do you guys believe is the reason, like the underlying reason for this? Because of the demand, the demand is there. The demand is there. So, what do you think the reason is?
Insta, you take this one for a second. I have to do something real quick. Go ahead.
All right.
Personally, I think they probably felt a little bit defeated after CA, Combined Assault, and then SOCOM 4. I didn't play SOCOM 4 personally, but I feel like from what I've seen, they were probably pretty disappointed in like the outcome. They might have gotten some pretty good sales, I don't know, but people were just not feeling it like they would, and it's not going to be like a long-lasting game like they're looking for.
Which I understand that, but I'm saying, like, why hasn't PlayStation answered us at all in regards to a SOCOM 2 remastered, which they know people like? Because you take SOCOM 2, it's a guaranteed win. You know, you remaster it, a guaranteed win. So what do you think, like, is the underlying reason besides just? Do you think they're truly just scared, or?
I think it's, I don't know, man. Potentially a lawsuit that they are not talking about. Because
Okay.
that's the only other thing that I can think of. Because they're not discussing it
A lawsuit
whatsoever.
for what though?
I don't know. But
okay.
But that's the only thing I can think of why they never mentioned it, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying wholeheartedly. The only thing I could think of, but I want to hear Abel's green first. What do you think, brother?
So John, I'm gonna say this to that is, one or two things happen here. Either Sony feel like they exhausted all their resources into the SOCOM franchise, which could actually be said because it's like they're like, yo, how many titles did we actually develop for this brand? It's like, yo, 12 strike, you're out. Like, they, believe it or not, there was a lot of SOCOMs made on PSP, PlayStation. It's not like they gave up on the franchise. Like when it was prevalent, they did a couple iterations of SOCOM. They did, honestly.
Yeah,
but
did.
Now, were they worth the shit? That's a whole nother story. But I'll say this though, as time progressed on and the SOCOM franchise faded, the urgency to bring it back was not part of that brand at all under Sony. I don't know if it was new management, people weren't seeing what's going on, but Sony was I think the focus was this. They're in the boardroom and it's like this. It's like, we're going for single player experiences. This isn't the era of multiplayer. That was then. We dominated that at that time. Now we're focused on single player. And if nobody's aboard on that, then you're lost. You're not part of the vision here. So they didn't want to hear anything multiplayer wise because they're like, why should we do anything multiplayer? We got Call of Duty. We have the sports titles on here and stuff like that. Do we really need to make a multiplayer experience? No. Let's stay focused on the single player shit and keep feeding our audience there. And plus, that's such a simple hustle for them. It works. It's just Sony at this point. At this point, it's like they're a movie production studio. They know the budget to make the movie, and they know the budget to what degree it will be profitable, and that's how they do it. It's a calculated risk, and going multiplayer, that's an unknown. They don't know if that's.
But I don't even know. So is it really unknown? Like
no. To me, it's not an unknown. To me, that's a duh. Go to
if
SOCOM,
you copy
remake.
and paste SOCOM 2 remastered, it's
lit.
But something I think they're thinking of how much money is it going to cost to host these servers for these players that bought the game however long ago and that are going to play it for the next 5 years. You know what I mean?
No, 20 years. We're playing SOCOM 2 for 20 plus years.
Yeah, I know. But like that's what they're thinking in their mind. Like
no, but
they're trying to think of it as a number aspect. Like how much money is this going to cost us? And they don't care how much enjoyment we get out of it. They just care how much it's going to cost them.
To be honest, not much money would go into a SOCOM remake. It's not like literally. It's not.
I don't think it would be that bad either.
I don't think it would be. I think it would be very cost effective. If I was a businessman and I looked at the numbers, and this is something that I'm like, I know a community is passionate about this, and I would just do the numbers. Let's do a remake. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's not do that. Let's do a remake of the most popular game at the time. SOCOM was crushing Halo. Halo. Like people forget, but like, bro, like SOCOM had online gaming by the nuts. Like bro.
If I'm
You
correct,
couldn't
I
beat
think
it.
the PlayStation 2 console is actually one of the most sold consoles in the world. Like
Yeah,
during its
that's
time,
facts.
it
That's facts.
sold numbers. Everyone had a PlayStation 2. Everyone had SOCOM
PlayStation 2 was amazing.
you know. I mean,
Amazing.
granted,
Yeah.
there was a lot of good games on PlayStation 2. You
Yes.
got Jack and
Facts. All the
Dexter,
way.
Ratchet and
All the way.
Clank, everything like that. But
Grand Theft Auto 3 when it was exclusive, bro.
And the prices back
3
then.
Vice City, San Andreas, I loved it.
When they were exclusive,
Uh-huh.
bro. I
Wow,
mean,
hold on. They were actually exclusive?
yeah,
Wow, how am I forgetting about
you
that?
forgot about that? That's a comment
I'm an
I said.
idiot.
That's a comment I said in
Oh.
my tweet. I said PS2 360, one of the golden eras of gaming. People don't understand the business that was the Grand Theft Auto wasn't multi-plat.
That's
It
crazy.
wasn't.
Really?
It was exclusive. It was exclusive
I had no
to
idea.
Sony. It was exclusive to Sony.
So
And
you
then
know
down
everyone's
the
going to buy a
road-
PlayStation for
then,
that.
yeah, then down the road it came to Xbox, and it was
That's
good on
crazy.
Xbox too. But Grand Theft Auto was synonymous like peanut butter and jelly to PlayStation. It was
True.
synonymous. Then now nobody even remembers that no more because it's like I have it on PC, I have it on Xbox.
They brought
back
it out
in the day.
If they brought it out nowadays, I don't know if it would be Sony exclusive. I feel like Sony would probably give rights to Microsoft or whatever to let people play the game or whatever, just because they're trying to do it from a business standpoint. I don't think they would be smart for them to do it at this point. But maybe
You
it would
know-
because it's always been Sony exclusive. So I don't know.
No, I mean it makes sense because didn't Microsoft just buy Call of Duty? So this
Yeah,
is something
yeah.
where PlayStation can kind of clap back at them. You know, like, okay, you bought Call of Duty, we have SOCOM. Let's sign a deal that you can play SOCOM on Xbox, we can play Call of Duty on PlayStation. You know, and we'll
I don't know if
drive
Microsoft will
down
go
happy
for
road.
that.
Oh no, it'd be
It'd be a battle for sure.
yeah, it would. It definitely would. But I mean, PlayStation executives, they got a lot of money. They can do it. But so Abel, I remember you said that you were going to be making a video game. Do you feel comfortable
Yes.
talking about that right now, or do you want to?
Yeah, like I'll talk about my thoughts on that. So I'm looking to make a video game. I'm definitely I've been shout out to my boy Big Fry, definitely huge inspiration. But me and Fry have been trying to make a game forever. Like years before even transients and anything. Me and Fry were actually working on a game ourselves, building a third-person shooter that we were like, okay, let's do something in our style and let's make it fun. Let's really go through the ringer with this, and we did. But that died down because Fry's channel was blowing off. It's like, bro, all hands on deck on your shit. Whatever's working for you, work on that. And his channel was going. So it's like, nope, go to handle that business. So anyway, now years down, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, yo, I really want to make a third-person shooter. I want to make my dream game. But I'll be very honest. I'm putting things into perspective of how to get this done and what I want to do. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. And I'm super crawling before I walk. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just being meticulous about things, seeing what's happening in the space and seeing other titles as they come up. It's like, yo, is this something that I like or is it like, Abel, you have to make your own thing? And I'm looking at it and I really do want to make my own thing. I know how I am with my standards. I know how I'm very meticulous about things. I like clean gameplay. I like a polished looking game. I have standards. So it's something that I want to do in the future, and I believe I will do. It's just going to take time, but it's something that I'm very much looking forward to. And it would definitely be a multiplayer shooter. Now, I've been doing a lot of research, and a lot of people are saying, Abel, multiplayer shooter, that's a tough task. But if
You
there's
could
a
do
will,
a
there's a way.
confrontation style though, like where you focus more on the multiplayer, single player comes later down the line if the game's successful.
I'm not
you know
even
what
thinking
I mean?
single player.
All
At
right,
all.
all right.
At
That's my
all.
boy.
Yeah. No, I'm focused. Like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna focus on where I know my heart is and my expertise will work.
It could be amazing, dude. Between your combined incomes and how you guys have a following, and they're all SOCOMers. So if you make a SOCOM game, the quality you guys could do, it really could be. It could be it. It could be it.
Yeah, like in Fry, what he's doing with transients is amazing. And Fry wants to make a multiplayer shooter in the beginning, in the future. And I'm very shit. I want to see it all. But yeah, like The thing is this: I have too much respect for this community to half step and do something half-assed. I can't. I can't come out there and be like, "Hey, I want John to play this. I want Insta to play this. I want like I respect your guys' time way too much to give you guys a bullshit product. I couldn't do that. That would break my heart. I'd be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I definitely want to make sure that not only is the scope of what I'm doing feasible and doable, and can it be done to the degree I wanted it to be done at the level of detail that I wanted to be done at. And it's funny because I was looking at low poly things, and it's funny, like it's hilarious how BattleBit blew up and all these things.
Crazy, right?
I've been thinking low poly for so long for my shooter too. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do something different. I'm thinking low poly, something different.
Okay.
But I played BattleBit when I first played BattleBit. Wasn't a fan of it. Wasn't a fan of it. The player maps were just too much for me, and there was so much chaos. I felt like there was no focus. There was no focus. They're like, you could get shot from 200 places. How is that fun?
I'm not gonna lie. I uninstalled BattleBit.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I know us. I know the type of gamer I'm speaking. I know the type of gamer I'm speaking to. Things have to be organized. Objectives have to make sense. The rinse and repeat, the game loop itself has to make sense. And in that instance of BattleBit, back when it was in its testing phase and it didn't have an objective to focus around, of course, people like Abel, no, it's Conquest. There is an objective. But when you could get shot from 200 different places, make it make sense. Theoretically, but just common sense would tell you that doesn't work. How can I get shot from 200 places and this is fun? Like, run, die.
No tacticalness. Sorry, I couldn't say that in the game whatsoever. You know, there's nothing 100%. I feel that.
Exactly.
Insta specs. Have you played that?
No, I haven't.
And I'll say this. Right. My God.
That's a SOCOMer right there.
The best aspect about BattleBit Remastered, in my opinion, is the rush game mode. The rush game mode then gave it structure. Bring down the player count, give them an objective, give them a great gameplay loop because the gameplay is great, and give them something to focus on, bro. BattleBit, boom, gone. Like that Conquest shit, bro. It makes no sense. It's just chaos. It's just it's uncoordinated chaos.
So, are you seriously are you leaning towards more like the low poly for your new game, or you think that's just kind of it's an opinion floating?
It's an opinion right now. Like I'm thinking low poly. I'm thinking because my thing is this. I just want to make sure that I get the gameplay right. That's the biggest thing. It's huge. Yeah. That's huge to me. All I would do like when I start is a block out of whatever and just working on gameplay.
Okay.
I'll work with other people and be like, yo, listen, this doesn't feel right. This has to feel like this. And we're not moving till it works. We're not going no place till it works. And then once the gameplay is solid, then we'll build the house around it. Like people do it so backwards. They build a house, they get the maps and all that. It's like, yo, did you play this game? It sucks. It's like, did you play this? It's garbage.
I don't know if I'm gonna get kicked off the admin team for saying this, but I mean, Peak 53, I feel like went that route where the whole appeal was the visuals, and then he built the game around. You know, after he got a good following for the game, but at first it was all visuals. The gameplay was afterthought.
Yeah,
you know. Granted, he's doing a lot better now. He is. I'm not trying to downplay the game.
I believe you. Yes, sir.
But I definitely think that's how he went. So it would be interesting to see. You know, you go the low poly route, focus on gameplay, and then if you want to build up the graphics later,
exactly. We could always do that, and that's easier. Like, and I feel like that's a lot of approaches to like indie devs nowadays. They'll build and have everything look pretty, but it's like, did you test your systems? Did you test the gameplay? Yeah. Did you test the user experience? Do you know what the user experience is going to be in the menus? Does any of this matter to you? Because I couldn't move. Mentally, I can't move past that. I can't look at anything else if my gameplay isn't right. The aesthetic of the menus and how the psyche of the gamer, how they feel when they enter my game. Like there's so much shit that personally to me, I hold to a high level. I couldn't get around anything else. If you just show me like, oh, hey, I got these maps built and I feel your gameplay, you can't tell me. Okay. All right. You did this, but why? There's no soul here. There's no soul here. Like the game feels sloppy.
I feel that. So Insta Specs, I know you haven't played Peak 53. Abel, you've played a little bit of Peak 53.
Yes, sir.
So I want to ask, what has been the initial reception and feedback from players/viewers regarding Peak 53? Because I know you guys are SOCOMers. You're in the groups of SOCOMers, so you probably have heard Peak 53 talked about. What are they saying? Are there any standout aspects or elements that have been praised or criticized? So what are they saying? Like what's the
Insta,
street
go
saying
ahead, baby.
basically?
I really don't have too much to say on this because I haven't really heard too much feedback from people around me. But
Which is surprising because you're in the SOCOM community, and I know like not a lot of people are fans of the Peak 53 game even being mentioned in the
honestly,
Discord, anything like that.
a lot of the people that play S2 don't want to play anything else. And they're just like religious to the fact that they want to play S2 and nothing else because it's the original. And I get that. And I also get giving another game a chance because it seems promising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I respect that too. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this. Insta kind of echoed what I've been hearing, or should I say, lack of what I've been hearing.
Okay.
When you don't have this, and this is simple math. This is going to be a light bulb moment for some people. When you have nothing to brag about, when they experience, everything goes radio silent about an experience. If nobody's talking about it, that's an issue. That says everything. If nobody's talking about the experience, I know how I react when I'm in love with a game. I know exactly how I react. I'm like, oh my God, I have to make a YouTube video. Oh my God, I have to tweet about this. Oh my God, I can't keep it to myself. It's uncontrollable. Like it's just something that I need to get out to the world. You don't see that about Peak 53. Why is that? Why is that?
I mean that is a
It
very
speaks
good
for
question.
itself. It
Yeah.
speaks for itself. If the streets aren't talking about it, look what BattleBit did. BattleBit just had to open up the gates a little bit and have a good experience. The rest of the world
Flooded
sold
in, yeah.
The rest of the world sold it. They just sold it themselves. You didn't even need marketing. It was that good. People enjoyed it so much. It didn't even need marketing. The product spoke for itself. The streets was talking it up like crazy. And honestly, coming from a person that I wasn't a believer of it, I had to give it a second reevaluation. Then I adjusted some parameters that I like for myself. I said, hey, this actually works. Now I play Peak 53. I spoke to the devs, super cool dude, very nice people to me, but I already was said it in my video. I kept it all the way real. They gotta hook me with the gameplay, bro, and it's not up to standards. It's not up to standards. And trust me, if your game has something to stand for and it's doing something correct, it would sell itself and people would talk about it. If your gameplay is lit, people will talk about it. I promise you. The gameplay loop or something you're doing right is clicking. Oh, bro, you don't have to do much. You just let the product speak for itself. You'd be like, yo, play this. And they'll be like, oh my God, this feels amazing. Oh my God, this is really good. Bro, and it just goes. It just is what it is. And Peak 53, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, just doesn't have that productocracy of the people behind it because, again, it's falling short in one of the departments, gameplay, whatever the case is, it's falling short. And the streets aren't going to lie. The community's not going to lie. Why are they stuck to S2? Yo, people would actually play Task Force. People would actually play Task Force if the community was lively and everything was good like that. The way Task Force came out, it was kind of like an underground launch. It was like on some secrecy shit.
You know what's even weirder?
It was like
it's shut down. I think it would still be alive today if for some reason Redline, the lead developer, he took the game off Steam.
Exactly, bro.
People could even buy it.
It was so weird, John. Like, and how could we get behind that? How can Abel Green get behind this? How can SOCOMJohn get behind? How can Big Fry get behind this? When you ban Fry, you're taking the product off the shelf, bro. You're doing weird shit.
Oh, did he ban Fry?
Things. Oh, bro, he banned Fry off the game. It was like, bro, and the thing is, Fry.
How to shoot yourself in the foot?
Thank you, John. I was like, bro, I was like, oh my God, Fry fucking loves your game. Are you stupid? He fucking loves it. He loves the game. Bro, me and him, when we had our access, we played religiously. We're like, damn, the developer's kind of weird, but he got a game. I can't
Yeah,
deny
he
him.
got something, yo.
He
He
got
got something.
something. Like he got something here. I can't lie. And I said it in my videos. I'm very honest. If you got me by the balls and you got a good experience, I'm not gonna
Run
lie
with
to
it.
you. Exactly. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you and say it's bad. It
What
wasn't.
was the price tag for Task Force? Now that I remember, it was like $10, right?
Yeah, it was like 10 or 8,000. Good price tag too. The
Perfect price
was
tag.
okay.
Beautiful.
Bro, I actually gifted that to a couple of people. Like,
Yeah,
come
I
on.
remember people trying to rash me like, "Oh, how am I going to do this? How do you support this game?" And I'm like, it's literally the cost of like a cup of coffee. I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I spend more than this, you know? It's like
No, that's facts all the way, bro. And Task Force,
100%.
bro, had it going on. And I don't know what personally happened with the title where they couldn't get things going, but man, bro, if you just if your spirit's different and you could just be humble about things and just do things that make sense for your title, I think you would be a lot further along. Like Task Force didn't have to go down like that, unfortunately.
I don't know how true this is, but I think the reason why cuz Task Force, like you said, had a good gameplay,
Yeah.
had something to actually sell, market.
Yes.
But I think what happened was, if I'm not mistaken, I heard this through the grapevine or however you want to say it, that all the maps were ripped right from the SOCOM disc, so they weren't actually made by him.
I've heard similar, like they were bought products, like they didn't make it themselves or whatever.
Well, I know. So Redline was the owner of Insurgency, you know, the Insurgency third-person mod, and how he got all those maps on the game was I remember hearing from himself, "Oh, I just ripped it from the SOCOM 2 disc. I uploaded it as a file, you know, and that was it." I was like, "Oh, because I asked him, I was like, how are these maps so one for one? They're perfect. It's not like, though, this is a good map. No, it was one for one." So I think that's the reason what killed him. So that's why I said if you can take Peak 53's map making skills and combine it with Task Force, they could have sold their game like nothing, because you're actually making the maps. You're not just ripping them from the SOCOM disc. So I think it would have been crazy.
Yeah, and the thing about that, like, my thing is this: I have no problem with even people ripping the maps or whatever the case is, because that's part of the culture with people making mods and different things and making. That's part of the culture. My thing is this: it's just unfortunate that the production on the game on such a promising title such as Task Force had it in, and it's just like it's just unfortunate that had to stop right there. I just feel as though personally, when I first played Task Force, the maps that they had for the game initially, that one army map, that military map, that was a good map. Like that, like they had placeholder stuff that could have surpassed and did well, and they just didn't run with it and just didn't build from there. They had some other maps as well too, but those just were not hitting at all. Those just simply weren't hitting. And again, people don't understand, maps are fucking important, man. To get down a good map, and actually have it be viable and have it be a product that people give a fuck about, like, bro, that's very important. And a lot of people can't get that down. That's like an uphill battle for some devs where it's like, bro, these maps are ass. It's crazy. It's crazy. Number one's gameplay. Number two is maps.
Yeah, I feel that you need good maps. You need good maps.
You need good map. You can't just be like, oh, I make a map. Oh, I'm gonna drag this here, and map. No, bro. No, you have to study. You have to do the overview. You have to do the schematics of it. You have to draw it out. What angles can somebody get here? Like, you got to think about every aspect. But again, this is me talking. Everybody else, don't think like me. I'm attention to detail. I can't do it. I can't unsee. Once you play perfection, once you play something like SOCOM, Gears of War, once you play titles that made shit with quality, you can't unsee it. I can't unsee greatness. I can't.
Yeah.
It's like once you see Michael Jordan play, you can't now look at a guy and be like, oh, no, bro. You guys are y'all are settling for people that would never make it in the NBA. I bet on
I know
Jordan.
what you mean. Yeah, I feel like a
LeBron.
lot of people definitely do not even have the capacity to mess with an indie developer. Some people don't. They don't. They can't see past it. They can't be like, okay, this is an indie developer. I'm gonna give them some leeway. They're like, nope.
Bro, yo, and John, you nailed it. You like it's like guys, it's like you played some of the greatest games ever, but honestly, they don't understand what they played. Me, bro, like you could ask me about a map. You could be like, oh, Abel, this map. I might be like, yo, show me a quick picture. I could map out everything in detail. I'd be like, oh yeah, this pillar was here because and they did this because this gave cover fire here, and you couldn't
Hmm.
just spam it. You couldn't spam fire this way. So that's how come they designed it so it'd be like this would flow like I love those details. I love that shit. And other people, they don't care. They're just like, oh, I know how this goes. I know
Or
how
they
to do
don't
it.
even see it.
Or
Or
they don't see it. Or they
it's
don't see
clueless.
it. Bro,
Most
you
people
have to,
don't think about the shooting alleys and all that shit.
oh, bro, they don't think about choke points. They don't think about none of that. Like I understand, like even again, taking it off of SOCOM, playing something like Gears of War, understanding like why am I feeling so good about this game? Why? Like anytime I'm playing a game, I ask myself, I'm like, why am I so addicted to this? What is it? Like, okay, they have a good social aspect. Okay, the gameplay's right. Oh, the maps are right. Okay,
Maps
okay,
are
okay.
perfect. Gears
The
of War. If
maps
we're
are
talking Gears of
perfect.
War, whoo, I love them.
The maps are great. The
Yep.
characters are sized and proportionate right. The characters feel weighty. Okay, they feel like there's weight to the character. Okay, like there's so many aspects to this study. Oh, can you tell the difference between friend and foe easily? Are the names lit up in a certain way? Are the names drifting over their head when they die? Did the names fade away, or do they? Like, see, people don't think like me.
No,
I'm
no.
all I'm all over that. I'm all over that. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, literally, I don't have the skills of a fucking game developer. But you put me in any fucking room with a shooter, I'm the fucking guy to tell you if your shit's gonna go. I'm that fucking dude, all the way, all the way. I don't have a degree in all. But you put me in a. I'm not an esports motherfucker neither. I'm not here for all. Oh, esports. No, no. Put me in a room and I'll tell you if you have a good product on your hand. If this is like, okay, this is gonna work for everybody. Esports person, this person, that person. This is gonna work. Other people, they don't have that vision, bro. It's either some people could dance, some people can't dance. You either
So
got it or you don't.
on
I'm
that note, since you're that guy, I know Peak 53 developers are going to be listening to this. In your opinion, this is the last Peak 53 question, then we'll hop on to Zero Ops. In
Oh
your
yeah.
opinion, what improvements or additions would you like to see in the future updates of Peak 53 to reach that $30 price tag? Because I know 4 is dead set in his ways. It's going to be $30 no matter what. So
Oh,
what do you
that's
think he
fine.
needs?
That's fine. That's
What
it.
do you
That's
think he needs to add or change?
honestly, better gameplay. Honestly, legit. If I'm a developer and I have an example of a title that has done gameplay better than me, I gotta chase that. I either have to bench you, meet you right here, or I have to exceed you. Peak 53, you're not exceeding. You're
Wow,
not exceeding.
now that you put that into words, yeah. So they would have to kind of like
You
task
have to meet
force
it.
set the
Task
bar.
force, task
You have
force
to
is the
kind of.
bar, and you either have to exceed that bar or come dead with it. Peak 53 now.
I mean, I think that's a good goal for him
under.
to aim for now. Now
Yeah,
that he
it's
actually has
good.
something to, okay, let me look at this. Is my game better than this? If it's not, let me keep developing.
There you go. It's something practical, and it's not coming from hate. It's not. I'm
No,
passionate
this is never,
because,
never, yeah.
because honestly, I would love to have my community rally around the game that I'm like we're all addicted to. What? I would love to tell people play this game. Oh my god, it's great. I love it. I love it. I could talk about it all day. Bro, I don't have titles that I could talk about all day, honestly, because it's like they fall short in different aspects. But Peak 53, if you could get the gameplay to match Task Force at that level, just there, bro. Maps and stuff. I hear you're talented and gifted with maps. That's half the battle. Half the battle.
It really is.
And then
It really
just
is.
make sure your menus are tidy and correct, and the networking's correct. Go on. You're fine. But the 30 price tag. That's your thing. I can't tell you like you price where you want to price. I'm not going to be a hater like that and be like, you can't. You price the way you want to price, but I would say healthy margins for this. I would say probably, in my opinion, $15 to $20, and just keep it moving like that.
I agree with you.
30 would be a hard ass for a lot of folks, just off of people's biases and shit like that, bro. 30 would just be a hard.
I think $30 would be the peak. No pun intended. That's do not go above that, or else you're just asking for a world of hurt. A lot of videos, bad PR. InstaSpec. I know you haven't played the game yet, but anything you want to add to what would you like added in Peak 53, or no comment?
Um, the only thing I would say is about the price point. I think it should be like $10, $15. I think that would be a lot more reasonable for um because you have to think like a lot of the people that want to get into this game aren't really ready to get into this game. Like like the S2 players or I don't know. It just
No,
feels
you're
like
making sense. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, no, and so you're with it. Yeah, I get you. It's a hard sell at first because
yeah, it's a
nobody knows
hard
what
sell.
they're getting into.
Yeah.
$30 on a gamble? I
I
don't know
feel
what to think.
because
Especially when SOCOM 2 is free right now, basically, because
yeah.
PCSX2, SOCOM 2, you could play that in 15 minutes. So it's hard,
That's
you're
a hard
battling
sell.
with a free game. Yeah,
Exactly,
it's
exactly. And,
And
and
people might not like to hear it, but it's the truth.
no, it is Insta. You're
oh, it
totally
is, and that's what I never want. I know he's a good guy. He's not taking any of this criticism as like, oh, I hate these guys. Because
yes.
what are yes men's gonna do for you at the end of the day?
Exactly. As you
You're
need
never
the
gonna grow
people,
from that. Yeah,
John. I love what you said. You need the people that critique with a passion and love with the passion, like people that are passionate. You need the people that are passionate. And listen, I love business. I love games. Like, bro, I want to see people win. And bro, like, yeah, peak and hopefully, yeah, Ford doesn't take this the wrong way or nothing like
never.
that.
No, he
I don't
won't.
think
No.
he will, honestly, because we spoke and he seemed like a cool dude. But yeah, I want to see him kill it. I genuinely, I would love a W for the SOCOM community. Right now, we have no W to lean. We have nothing to lean on, bro. Not like our SOCOM Pete's. They may not fuck with the Fortnite theme. They may not fuck with Rogue Company. They may not do. They may not do a lot of things. But a tactical shooter that could get the third person perspective down and fun. Let's rock, man. And good luck to Peak 53. I think they could. I think for you could do it, man. I would just dial back the gameplay and figure something out, man.
I'm praying. I'm praying. I'm praying. All right, boys, we'll drop into Zero Ops. This is going to be our last topic of the day. I just want to get your opinions on it. I think it's going to release August 1st, right?
Yeah,
Abel,
yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, so something like that. So it's a fun game. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the gameplay right here for you boys, so you'll be able to see it if you're watching. It's not a bad game. It plays. It could look better, 100%. I think that's my biggest critique about it. But here's me playing on Crossroads. It's not too bad. It's the gunfights are pretty decent. Here, let me pull that back so you can actually see it.
So you all right, John? So I got to interview you on this one.
What's
How
up?
does the gameplay feel? Does it feel
It
good?
doesn't feel like SOCOM, I'll say that, but it's a fun third-person shooter. It resembles SOCOM, obviously, with the crosshairs,
Oh yeah,
the
of
maps, and
course.
everything.
Hmm.
But I do think SOCOMers will have fun with this, especially if you hook a controller up to it, you put this on your big screen, act like you're playing on console. I think you could have a lot of fun with this, but I want to hear your guys' opinion. So, are you excited about the upcoming release of Zero Ops, or if you're not, let me know why.
Go
Honestly,
ahead,
this is my
Insta.
first time really looking at it.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm in the Discord, right? But I've never really seen any gameplay. But man, that looks pretty good.
not bad, right? Like if you actually had a controller, I mean, like I said, the character movement could be better, the graphics could be better, but I think they have a really small development team. They haven't asked for money yet from anybody, so you have to take that into consideration.
Like if you're just chilling in bed at night, you don't want to get up and turn on the PC or do any of that kind of stuff. Dude, this is like a one for one. Well, not one for one, but pretty close.
It really is. It's really close.
I agree. I agree with you, Insta. Definitely.
It's just the reason why I think this is going to be bigger for our community than Peak 53 is because it's free. I think you have such a big population to that a lot of people are going to play this and think of SOCOM. They probably haven't thought of SOCOM in 10 years. They'll be like, oh shit, what's Zero Ops? Oh, it's free. You know what? I might as well try it out. And maybe that will revamp or inspire them to download PCSX2 again, or at least sign a petition for SOCOM Remastered. Talk about SOCOM. I don't think this is going to be a game killer as long as I don't think it's going to end SOCOM. I don't think people are going to be like, oh, I'd rather play this than SOCOM. But what I think this will do is definitely keep SOCOM in the discussion.
As
100%.
somebody who doesn't know too much about it, are these like is Crossroads like we're watching right now? Is that going to be on mobile or whatever?
Yeah, bro. So he actually has Crossroads, Desert Glory, and I think Fox Hunt, and then he Frostfire also. Frostfire also. So he has like 4 to 5, 6 maps right now that are all about SOCOM.
That's pretty
Nice.
sick.
Yeah, I seen them talk about coming to console soon. That's not gonna happen due to legality, but
Yeah.
that's not happening. But I'll say this though, like I recently just got introduced to mobile gaming. Matter of fact, oh yeah, here we go.
Looking for that backbone.
Yeah. I just got recently introduced to mobile gaming. I I did not like mobile gaming. Like doing this on my phone.
Terrible. Terrible.
This is garbage. This is
Hmm.
garbage. But
That's
this and
arthritis
this,
101 right there, dude.
bro. This actually, I gotta plug it in just so people understand. Like this, together with analog sticks, this is a game changer.
What's
This
that,
is
Steam Deck?
honestly competing with the Steam Deck, in my opinion. I legit would take my iPhone 13 and a backbone over a Steam Deck.
Hmm.
And bro, this once you play greatness, you can't unsee it. Now, this is what happened. I end up downloading Call of Duty Mobile again. Like now, I played it before regularly on the phone, didn't feel good. I was like, oh, this is garbage, just like I thought. So then all of a sudden, I get the backbone and I play with those controls. Can't unsee it.
Mint. Yeah, it's mint.
Loved it. Addicted. Me and my lady playing together, tag teaming side by
Oh,
side,
hell
doing
yeah.
call outs and everything. Bro,
That's
we were
awesome.
addicted. We're like, yo, this is what this should feel like. Bro, if you like this opened me up now to mobile gaming. Now I can never talk shit on mobile gaming because I play Diablo on this. I play Call of Duty Mobile on this. I played some sports titles on this. Like this is amazing. This now, like now I'm a fan of mobile gaming. Like I can't unsee great things. And now I'll say this though. Now going back to Zero Ops, you have games to model after now. Now we come back to there's no excuse why something should feel bad. You have proper titles around you to give you the gauge of what your game should feel like. If you're going, because I seen on the list, there was a list. He was like, no aim assist, no this. Okay, no aim assist, no. Okay, all right, I'm listening to you. How does it feel with no aim assist? Does the game feel right? Am I struggling to get a kill? Like, does it feel?
I know I was, bro. Like right here, right now, what the gameplay that you were seeing here. Let me pull it up again. This was all with my thumbs, and honestly, I was struggling.
And that's the part people don't understand.
So you see me not even hitting this guy.
Oh, John, I'm following you, baby. I see it now. I'm glad you said what you said because people think aim assist able. That's no, that does no. You can't knock it till you try it
Can I
properly.
say something real quick?
Oh, 100%, brother.
Yeah.
I think that they should try to get their heads around it because if Sony was able to get their heads around that with Fireteam Bravo and all those with the auto aim and all that, then they can definitely get their head around it.
Insta,
wow,
great
Insta,
example.
Yeah. Because
honestly,
it had
example.
It wasn't even just aim assist; it was auto aim.
Yeah, bro. Insta,
let my boy cook. Let my boy cook.
Great example, bro. You have to exactly. That's the thing because theoretically he has everything I love around that game. Like it's like okay, cool, but it's like, bro, no. Now you're trying to be too cool. Oh, we don't need aim assist. We don't. Now you're trying to be too cool.
I think he's trying to replace console, and when he should realize that you're not gonna replace SOCOM.
Right? Exactly.
So just be the mobile game you are, and give us exactly Fireteam Bravo for mobile, like InstaSpec said. That was awesome, dude.
Yeah. I'm so glad he said that. You keep the auto aim. Why take it away? Auto aim's part of the mobile experience. People understand that. So
you
why take
need
away?
it.
Right, thank you, Insta. Why take away something that the community knows and everybody knows? They know most mobile games need auto aim, and I actually like it, bro. I can't wait till R6 drops on mobile. I'm gonna be a fiend.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna play this out of that. Like,
and do you know why it's needed? Because so many people are gonna quit in the first 5 minutes because they can't get it together.
Exactly, and it's not that easy on mobile.
And if
It's
you keep those
just not.
people, your game is set.
Thank you. So when he said all that, I wish I could speak to him because I'm like, bro, from a business aspect, let me pull you under my wing because you're kind of gonna fuck yourself right out the gate. Like you're gonna,
Yeah, I think he's reaching for the
alienate.
stars. He needs to kind of
Exactly. You're gonna
come
no,
down.
no, no, not even reaching for the stars. He doesn't know he's making his game underground. You're actually dormanting your game. You like a game that's more accessible to people, you're in the spotlight. A game that's more rough and rough around the edges and nobody cares about, and it's kind of like, this is tough. Now you're dormant. Nobody wants to play it. Your game
Yeah.
becomes underground.
Mhm.
And it's like,
I mean,
oh
it makes
yeah, I
sense
played
because you're
Zero.
speaking to a very niche community. So
Exactly.
that's like SOCOMers are hardcore gamers. If you want to appeal to everyone, you're gonna have to, like you said, auto aim or not auto aim, but something around that line.
Yeah, like a soft
something
lock,
similar.
like something to get, because honestly, I didn't think auto aim will work, but bro, I played it on Call of Duty Mobile. Again, can't unsee greatness. Once it works and it feels right, and it's bro, they did correct here. Now I want to see it in every shooter. Now I'm like, why don't you have this? And I bet you Fortnite got it down too. I bet you
The
they have
game
something
just
like
needs to feel fluid, and then it'll feel right, like how it's supposed to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
100%.
I love what you said. Yeah, definitely. But that's the thing though. It's like that's the thing that's so amazing to this. It goes back to the point I'm saying here. Some people know how to dance when they hit the dance floor. Some people don't. Some people could facilitate the dance floor in the building, but they don't know how to dance themselves. You got to understand what is making some of these games tick and blow up. And honestly, not having aim assist in there, that's going to hurt you. Not having like everything else I'm seeing, I'm loving. I've seen some of the menus he has and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, that's Abel Green quality. Oh, I like you. Okay. But then all of a sudden when he's like, no aim assist, no that. What? Now that's backward because you need us to get addicted to the games. You need the newcomer to your game to get addicted to be like, oh, I'm actually killing people. Oh
Yeah.
wow! If I hone in on this a little more, I'll be even better.
And
Yeah.
especially for Discord and other projects, you definitely need those kind of people, because if you lose those kind of people, you don't have anybody testing your game.
Well, I feel like with mobile gamers, those are average casual gamers. Mobile gamers are just casual gamers. I don't know if I'm gonna
totally
get a lot of
agree.
hate for that.
I totally
but
agree.
Yeah, so I feel like he's
Totally
trying to target a hardcore crowd in a casual market, if I'm being honest. But
Exactly, John. Well said. You framed it perfectly. You're catching a hardcore audience for a casual experience. Like this should be SOCOM light. Like it should be more express. It should be more laid back and competitive. Still competitive, but give us the soft aim. Give us these things, because if you're not listening to this, I'm telling you, when I play this, like I have a feeling it's gonna be what I'm thinking it is, but I'm calling it now. I'm gonna play the title. I'm gonna be like, why does it feel so difficult to aim? Why isn't this working? Why doesn't this have a soft aim assist on here? Being a mobile title, it only makes sense. Why aren't these things here? And then again, then the dev might wonder, why is everybody leaving? Because you're not capturing like business. You gotta capture the casuals.
You gotta diffuse as many of those questions as you can before they even come up.
Thank you, Insta. Thank you. And to be honest with you, the dev has been very responsive back to me when I'd be like, hey, I want to check this out, whatever. He's been writing back to me, which I love, and I really appreciate that. But I would love to privately test this and be like, hey, bro, you got something here or you don't? Because I don't mind the SOCOM maps. I think that's great. And don't do a console push. You don't even want a console push. You can be just fine on mobile. Just stay low on mobile. But yeah, like, bro, he definitely needs a aim assist on there for sure.
Which Abel, I definitely know if you hit him up, he'll give you a private build, because he gave me a private build to play, and if he gives me one, I know damn straight he's gonna give Abel.
I'm on iPhone, so I'm waiting for the iOS.
Oh, I forget.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Yeah, exactly. Good, bro. If I was on Android, bro, I would have been shook him down. Like, bro, I need it.
Give me a taste.
Right.
All right. Well, this being said, the game is going to release August 1st. So a lot of changes that we're asking for are obviously not going to be in the game when it releases.
Yes, sir.
But that being said, do you think Zero Ops will be successful once it releases? Your honest opinion, do you think?
Insta kick it, baby.
Let's hear it.
After watching you post that gameplay of it, it looks pretty good. If now I know they're not going to have it in time because they're definitely not going to have the auto aim beforehand, but
Hmm.
I would consider downloading it 100%.
All right.
All right.
Honest answer. Honest answer.
Yeah. I'll say this: if they have a good business model around skins and things like that, they would definitely see profit. My thing is this: it's thank God you're free because people would give free a second chance. Thank God. Um, could it be potential? The game looks good. With Insta on that, the game looks good. It gives like a nice little theme. I would turn up the like saturation and brightness a little bit to make it a little more
It needs more
appealing.
shadows.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, 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 yeah. You don't want a game to be too dark where people are like,
A
what
little
am
bit more gamma.
Yeah, exactly. We need a little more gamma in there, a little more rich vibrancy in there, just to be appeasing. Because honestly, with the branding, it's very vibrant and stand out and bold. So
It
you
is
want
right. It is.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't want to get in your game and it's dark. It's like, how do I go from I'm outside in the sun, birds, and then I entered in a club and it's dark? Like
Yeah.
match the theme, match the theme.
Abel's live stream to SOCOM John's. It's kind of like his a little bit brighter, yours a little bit darker.
Oh,
Mine's
I
darker.
mean, and I
No,
mean,
no,
it makes sense.
Abel's is brighter.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yep.
No, I get you. But yeah, like he I would love this to be successful. If I could lay my hat any place and be like, I have a SOCOM home someplace, I would love that. We're winning. W. That's a W for me. There's no place in the world right now I could lay my hat and be like, this is my SOCOM land. There's nothing. There's nothing. The closest again was Task Force in recent time, but there's nothing on earth that I could be like, this is my SOCOM replacement, like for sure. And I feel as though with the free movement of what he has and all, he has the aesthetic down. He has the look down, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now just get the gameplay right. And again, John, in Insta, this is all going to come down to the gameplay. I guarantee you. Gameplay's trash, game's trash. No, done. Just done. It's
100%.
all going to come down to the gameplay. If you could soft lock and everything's nice and easy and accessible, boom, boom, go, bro. I'll preach about it. Fry would preach about it. Bro, the streets would be talking instantly. But you screw up that gameplay, oh, no aim assist. We're going to have it be a struggle on the sticks. Done. No, done. You need to make it accessible. You need to make it fun. Number one thing with gameplay is fun factor. Fun factor and being addictive. Is it fun to kill people? Is there a learning curve? A little bit of a learning curve. Is the game accessible? Like you have to check off these boxes. And if you can't answer yes to any of that shit, like fun, accessible, gameplay loop, addictive. If you can't answer yes to none of that, we're done. It's over. Just wrap it up.
I feel you. If I had to rate this game right now based on the gameplay that I have, I'd probably give it, like I was going to say 5 out of 10, but I think that's too harsh. Maybe 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It's
I love
playable.
You, John.
It might be better. It might be better than what I think though, but at the moment right now, it looks like average. That's what I could say.
I get you.
That's what I could
get
say.
you.
I'm not trying to demoralize anybody. I hate talking like that.
Bro, no, John, honestly, bro, I love that you're being real, bro. Do never feel bad about that. That's your opinion. And bro, if you said you loved it, I would have to respect it. Listen, I love what you're saying, and we're being honest with this man. Mm-hmm. We're helping him out. You got people that are emphatic about these type of experiences. Insta, you, John, myself, we're passionate about these experiences. And if we're telling you you need XYZ or else failure, and bro, we're not even going into the weeds. We're just saying the basics that you need to catapult. We're not saying, oh, clan features. We're not even getting into the social aspect. We're telling you this is going to be the bare minimum to make it viable for all three of us. We're like, okay, bro, I want to be able to say I'm playing zero ops on the regular. Like I'm playing zero ops at night. Like I'm getting in these matches and everything. I want to be proud to say that. If your gameplay and shit is not right, I will not say those things. And I will be brutally honest. I'll be like, bro, have you played your gameplay? It is not good. Simply not good. Try Call of Duty Mobile, and then that might be an insult. Again, people get sensitive. That might be an insult to some. Try Call of Duty Mobile. They got it right. Can you?
Or
Can
even
you,
PUBG. PUBG's kind of fun, because
Oh, I
I
didn't
mean,
even
third
try
person.
PUBG on it.
No,
I didn't even try PUBG.
PUBG is actually
Is it lit?
it's fun because like you said, they made it more casual. So I know in PUBG you have to pick up everything personally, but in on the PC. But if you go on mobile PUBG,
Automatic.
you walk by anything like an upgrade, it picks it up for you, equips it. It makes it simpler. It's like
Loved
PUBG Lite,
Right,
PUBG Lite.
right,
That's it.
right.
And that's
And bro, honestly, Call of Duty Mobile and all that, bro, it's rivaling the big AAA, in my opinion. For fun factor, bro, I could literally play PUBG. I could literally play Call of Duty Mobile for hours and not even think about it.
I'm sure they're probably making good money on that too, because I mean,
Call of Duty Mobile.
everybody can get it.
100%.
Everybody who's got an iPhone, Android. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Bro, and they got ranked in there and all that. And honestly, as you progress up, you see the people getting better. Like you see it. Like you'll have one guy in the lobby that's a beast. You're like, yo, this dude's really good. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I hooked my my phone up to the actual TV, and then I had a controller with the Bluetooth, and I was playing like it was console, bro. Like I literally forgot I was playing a mobile game. I'm like, this is console, dude. Like this is crazy. And then I remember downloading Madden. I played Madden 23 on my big screen with my controller, and I was like, this is a console to go. If I bring my controller, I can plug up my. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, in my opinion, be kicking ass over a Steam Deck and shit, bro. More easy.
It is.
Everybody got this in their pocket. Everybody got this in their pocket.
They really do.
Like, bro, it just like, guys, get off the dumb shit. Like, just be real. Go for the fun. Go right for the jugular. Look what John said. I didn't even think to put this on the big screen, bro. I'm gonna do that tonight. Like, and bro, I'm gonna be going
get an
crazy.
HDMI to like USB-C plug-in. Put that in your TV. Bada boom, bada bing.
I could air connect it off my.
But I don't know if that will mess with your Bluetooth controller, because if you want to hook up a controller to it, so that's why. And then I also had one of those wireless charging stands. So I'd connect it to the HDMI to my phone. I would put my phone on the wireless charging stand, so it's constantly being charged, and I would do the Bluetooth.
Look at
so
you.
it never
Killer.
dies. Never dies. You know?
Let's go.
You might be able to do it. I feel
guys,
like you can
go ahead.
You can connect more than one Bluetooth thing. I'm pretty sure.
You
maybe,
probably could. You probably could. I don't doubt that at all.
I mean, shit, you better. It's like $1,000 phone. I mean, hopefully.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I was thinking about it. I'm so glad I got the backbone. Honestly, and I don't know if anybody. Wait, do you have a backbone, John?
I got like a knockoff version of it. It's not Backbone, but it's made by another company.
It's called Jellyfish. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on. I literally want to pull it out. Hold on one second, boys.
Please do.
Making a little joke because jellyfish don't have backbones.
Insta. Oh my god.
My one buddy, his father-in-law used to call him Jellyfish. I found that shit so funny, dude.
All right, so I'm not sure if you boys can see this. This is what I got.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, bro, you lit.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
That's
okay.
sick.
Yes. Like,
It's made by I'm gonna butcher this. Nacon, Nacon. I don't know, but if you want it, look it up.
That's pretty
bro,
cool. And then you can put your phone in there or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so weird. I bought a backbone, and a plus is that it works with the games, like the games that I care to play. That's a plus. But I don't know if you guys know about the software that comes with this. It literally turns your phone into almost like an Xbox 360 era type of experience. Like legit. Like wait. Oh my god. I have to bring it up because.
So how does that thing work? Is it kind of like how the Switch works, where you just like disconnect them from the thing and you just pull them off or whatever?
So, yeah. It's pretty straightforward.
Is that the interface?
That's the interface, guys.
It makes it a console. That's crazy.
That's
this
sick.
is beautiful. People have
crazy.
People think I'm missing something on Steam Deck. Fuck off. No way. I have all my PC titles here. I have all my Xbox here. I have PlayStation here. Everything right here.
That's sick.
bro, and it's
So
and it
definitely
runs
don't buy
beautiful.
this because I don't have any of that
Oh
with this.
no,
Don't.
John,
I mean,
no,
if you want a cheaper
that's fine,
version, you
bro.
know,
That's
go with
fine.
it. But get the backbone if you got the money, because
No,
that's worth the money itself, right there.
bro, and mind you, now mind you, to go into the app and things like that, and actually have this experience here, they do charge a monthly premium. It's like $3 or $4. But the thing
Abel,
is
don't
this.
tell me that.
No, 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 no. Check it out though. At first, when I first heard about the reviews and was reading the reviews, I was like, "That's bullshit. Why are they charging for a subscription?" Then when I got it myself, I was like, "Oh, this is premium. Like they're not charging. It's not bullshit. It's the controller feels good. The interface is beautiful. It's clean. I'm like, okay, I get why they're saying $3-4 a month. Please pay us to use it. And you know what? I gladly pay it now. Now, at first I was a hater. I was like, yo, this doesn't make sense. Like whatever. And I'm not a cheapo. The thing is, like, I'm just like, is it viable? Is it worth it? I
Yeah, I want to
played it.
see where my money's going. 100%.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
played it and I'm sold. I'm like, I'll never be without it. I'll never turn
Oh,
this
yeah.
off. Now it becomes a monthly expense because I love it that much. So my thing is this. I want zero ops to be great. I know you guys want it too, but my God, you have to make sure your game's lighting off. Because my thing is this: first impressions are everything. Bro, if I come in that bitch and I can barely get a kill, I go from all these other shooters, I'm murking, I'm actually competent, I could actually keep up, and then I come to your game and I'm Mr. Two Left Foot. No, I can't. I can't do it. I, we're not doing this. We're not doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I'm going back to COD Mobile. I don't got time for this.
Exactly, bro. There's only gonna be but so many times you kill me and I stick around. Like it's like, bro, I'm out of here. Like
I feel you.
and being cool. And that's the thing. That's a lot of developers. They think they're doing us a favor when they're like, I'm gonna give you that hardcore experience. The no aim is. You're not doing us a favor. You update with the times.
Hmm.
Don't go backwards.
Not even with the
Update,
times. I mean,
just update.
Fireteam Bravo, like InstaSpec said. I love how he said that. I hope the
Insta
lead
kill that.
developer,
Insta
yeah,
kill that.
I hope the lead developer is looking at Fireteam Bravo as the bar, because you know Fireteam Bravo successful. People still play that online today,
But no,
so
no,
you know it.
but John, I love what you said, but the only thing I would tweak is just reference it to a new game that's actually you have current data on.
Hmm.
That's how come I said go Call of Duty Mobile, because
Okay.
I wouldn't tell you to go to Fireteam because you have to get the PSP, you have to know what it is, you have to know. Once you have homework to study and you have something to reference like one to one and be like, oh, I see, oh, I feel. Oh, okay. I see what they're talking about. That's how come I said go Call of Duty. Because I'm not going to tell you to go Fireteam Bravo because you need a PSP. You need this. You can't just have visual references. You need a feel. You
Mm,
need a feel.
I
Call of
feel that.
Duty, you could feel that right now and be like, oh, I get it. So
I get you. I get you.
I'm
All right,
excited about
boys.
the game
Well,
though still.
I'm 100% excited. I'm like I said. I think this is if it's successful, this will do more for our SOCOM community than Peak 53 will.
I totally agree.
Because like you
Totally
said,
agree.
everyone has a phone in their pocket. It's a free game. You can download it in a second, and if it's a good game, people are going to talk about it. And they're going to be like,
Stick
"Oh,
around. Yep.
where's this map from?" I mean, that's Crossroads. That's from SOCOM. People won't even know what map it is. And they'll be like, "Damn, I like this map." And be like, "Yeah, well, if you like this map, you probably would like SOCOM." It's just going to keep it in the rotation,
Right.
you know, keep the
Exactly.
name
Exactly.
alive.
And my
Gameplay and
thing is,
accessibility, dude.
yeah, it's there
Yeah,
you go. There
accessibility
you
is
go.
insane.
There you
Yeah.
go. And and it could lay on it could stay on a mobile platform and thrive. Like, listen,
Hmm.
bro, I have to eat my words. Mobile gaming is fun. I have to eat my words. I was such a hater in the beginning. You couldn't get me to oh no, no, no. Finally played it, bro. I'm with it. I'm with it all the way. To the extent you'll see some mobile content on my channel soon, very soon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. Well, if you have anything you want to say to Peak 53 or Zero Ops, anything else, or if not, I think that was a good episode right there.
I think the only other thing I could say is that the one thing they should be thinking of is how is hold on one second. How
No
is
problem.
how is oh man, I just had a great point and I completely lost it.
It's all good.
Get it back, baby. Get it back.
Right,
Use
right,
the
right.
force.
How is that? I'm trying
On
to
that
let
note, I'll let InstaSpec think about that.
Dude, I don't
But
got it.
I'm definitely going to plug my boy, Abel Green. Go ahead and
Thank you,
subscribe
man.
to
Thank you,
him.
thank
Here is his channel. My boy is a beast. I mean, he not just started. He has an old channel, but he's deciding to, revamp himself.
Right,
And I
right.
love the new image. I love where you're going with it. You're doing
Thank you,
numbers,
man.
baby. I love it.
Thank you.
And then,
Appreciate
of course, if you want my boy InstaSpecs, just go like this, type in InstaSpecs SOCOM, and my boy's going to pop up. He's been doing work
Let's
too.
go.
1 day ago, 3 day ago, 6 day
Let's
ago. My boy is like
go.
me when I first started. He's pumping out videos. He wants it. And subscribe to my boys. They're definitely they're doing the right thing. If you want some genuine content, if you want some cool content, go ahead on YouTube, subscribe to them. And I appreciate you guys for coming by and spending an hour with me. Hour and 30 minutes, almost 2. I really do
Bro.
appreciate
Yes,
you guys.
sir.
John, thank you. Insta, thank you. I could do this with you guys all day, John. Like, guys, reach out. Let's always have a conversation about gaming, and let's have a good time. I appreciate this, brother. Big time. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
man. Me too. I really appreciate the platform, and I appreciate you hanging out with you boys.
Thank
No
you,
problem
Insta.
at all. No
Thank
problem
you.
at all, brother. Yeah, and Insta, you've been genuine, bro. Like I remember you hit me up last night. Oh, I'm doing this video. I just want to give you a heads up because I don't want you to think I'm copying you, bro. I mean, just that alone tells me your character. You're an honest guy. You don't want to step on anybody's shoes. You deserve any type of praise. All the subscriptions you get, brother. You're definitely one of the genuine content creators out there, along with Abel. Abel, you're a fucking beast, bro. Like I swear.
Oh man, I love you. No, John, it's bro. It's all good.
All right, boys. Well, that's Green Up Now podcast episode 10. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, go help out my boys, subscribe to them. And also, I know you see Abel Green shirt, SOCOM established.
Hey,
My boy's got a dope.
clothing. Let's go.
What's the website?
GameCultureClothing.com.
GameCultureClothing.com. My boy's putting out some genuine merchandise that shit I'd rock to my wedding. I don't care.
Thank you, man. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, thank you,
All right,
brother.
boys.
Thank you.
Well, it's been an awesome episode. And like I said, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Yes, sir.